Continuing on, let's talk about this insane story. I don't know what to make of it, man. It was shocking to read this person's caption and then read what happened after the caption. Let's go over it. So Webbie's DJ. Yeah, Webbie from, Boozy and, Trill Entertainment, all that. Wipe Me Down, that record. Has reportedly killed his wife and himself after sharing a lengthy post about why he hated working for Webbie. That's insane. I don't know when I was reading the caption, I was like, there's no way this could be true. So, according to Fox 5 Atlanta, law enforcement officials were alerted about shots fired at a home in Powder Springs, Georgia on Sunday, June 9th. Whereas the two bodies found at the residence weren't identified to the public at first, neighbors revealed that the couple who lived in that building had children. On Thursday, June 13th, Hip Hop DX received a statement from the Powder Springs Police Department with more details regarding the incident. I can confirm that Notorious Brown died from a self-inflicted gunshot wounds after killing Kalisha Seddons Dunn, confirmed Captain J.W. Holcombe. I am being told that he went by the name T. Gutta when performing, which is DJ, his name. Just hours before the cops showed up to his house, the culprit shared a lengthy note on Facebook wherein he aired his grievances about working for Webbie. This is wild. Basically, because it's a long thing, I'm going to read the first kind of paragraph. He said, "Dog, DJing for Webbie is living hell. First, that guy don't want to pay. Then that guy don't want to see nobody around him shine. Like nobody, not even his own brother. Why y'all think everybody left from around him? I was only supposed to be his tour DJ, but I had to be a driver, a doctor, a security, a PR, a babysitter, booking agent, a referee, a counselor, a road manager, and a list of other things." Actually, let me read over it anyways. But yet this guy didn't appreciate none of it. I did all that shit with a smile on my face in front of thousands every night, but I was dying inside. All the times he had seizures on the planes, on stages, and hotels. Who do y'all think was there? Me, because his family ain't want to deal with him, or nobody on our team wanted to deal with him, but me. Our driver quit because he ain't want to pay him. Then every time we would try to make our money in other ways, he always found a way to stop that too. So it's like he don't want to pay, but don't want us eating nowhere else. Then the guy want to get mad in his feelings when Boozy needs us to help him. The guy is a straight hater. I can't remember how many times he's told me he don't want nobody blowing up off of his name. That's why he don't do features. He don't like taking pictures with other artists or fans. He thinks they're trying to get shine off of him. And then he continues on. Damn, it's a long paragraph, but I'll read the rest of it. It was days I straight dreaded going on tour with him. The guy complains about everything. Being around him is like having to take care of my kids. We had to remind him every day to take his medicine or not to do some stupid shit. The guy would do stupid kiddie shit and be like, "Gotta record me doing this." And the shit will never get better because his brother, Derek, just makes excuses for him, though he be mad he don't pay him neither. The shit on the road was so bad, our longtime manager had a stroke and all. Then the producer for Savage Life 6 had a brain aneurysm or something in that nature because he was stressed and all. Webbie wanted him to produce the whole album but not pay and didn't want to do the split sheets or nothing. He said, "It's my songs and I should get all the money." He concluded, and yes, he has a health issue that causes him to have seizures, but it gets 10 times worse when he snorts that dope, meaning cocaine, I'm assuming. He got to be the worst artist to DJ for. Yes, I DJed for him for 10 years, but I always was hoping it would get better or another major artist would recognize my talent, but he blocked everything. I never asked the dude for shit. I came around with my own everything. The super unit shit was the biggest piece of bullshit. That shit is only designed so Derek can get paid while everybody else do the work. He promises to help artists, but never does. It was some good times, but it was more bad times than anything. I never in my life met somebody that complained more than him. The guy is straight up miserable. Sorry, I'm replacing the N-word with guy on all this stuff. First, he posted this hours before he did the shooting. So first, this guy wasn't in a great mental state. Let's just say that. I think he posted this just to kind of get it off his chest that Webbie is a terrible person. And then he decided, hey, let me just end it all because what I had planned out with Webbie because here's the thing, right? When you bring somebody on your team and you promise them, I'm sure Webbie promised a lot of the people around him that, hey, you work for me for free or you work for a very discounted price, and when I come up, we're all going to eat. Well, Webbie came up at a certain point, and he probably didn't help everybody eat. He probably was selfish and kept everything for himself. What does that do? That makes everybody else's life miserable. And a lot of people don't see a way out of that. You know, they're thinking, like, see, he was working for him for 10 years. That's what, 2014, 2013? He was probably thinking, hey, if I dedicate enough time to Webbie, maybe I'll get something out of this. Maybe I'll meet a different artist I can go work for or do something. But then that never ended up happening. So when you dedicate that much time of your life into something and nothing comes out of it, and you come out of it in a worse situation, that deteriorates your mental health completely. Because in your mind, you're thinking, hey, if I dedicate enough time to do this, it's going to go great. I can, provide for my family. I can go to the next level and do other things. But then it backfires, and all those years you spent just went to shit and went worse. So that'll fuck with your mental health a lot. And then you factor in any personal life issues, and some people just snap. They can't have it anymore. He's a sucker. Well, here's the thing. I'm not a person who, let me word this properly because I don't want to say, it's a little delicate thing to say. I'm not a person who is, I guess, I have no feelings towards people killing themselves. I think killing yourself is a coward's way out in life. I think whatever you're going through in life, eventually you will be able. Now, here's a little bit of a difference, right? When people have depression, about 80% of it can be fixed. There is that rare 20 to 10% of people that, like, literally, like, they go to the doctors, they have something off in their brain, chemically balanced, whatever. Something's off in their brain where they have voices in their head of just evil things. And you know how serial killers, they check serial killers and something went wrong somewhere. And that's basically a select few, probably 20 to 10% of people have real depression. That no matter what they do, if they change their lifestyle, they work out, they do whatever, anything, eat healthier, change, friends, if they change habits, they do, it never fixes. They're still depressed. Doesn't matter what they do. They could be a multimillionaire. They could be poor. They could be healthiest person on earth. They could have the best friends, the best lifestyle, everything, but still the depression's there. I'm not referring to those people. If those people end up killing themselves, that is demons in their head. They got something going on that is next level. I don't know his situation, right? But I'm willing to bet, just because of the sucker move of him killing his wife, girlfriend, whoever it was, I don't know if they were married or not, regardless. That is a sucker move. If you're going to take yourself out and give up on life because you got some shit going on in your life, don't take out your wife, and now the kids are left with nobody. That's what I hate. Those people that kill themselves and kill other people in the process, those are the biggest piece of shits. If you kill yourself, I don't know. I go like 50-50 on it sometimes. I'm like, yeah, suicide, you kill yourself. I feel bad for certain moments. I feel bad for the ones that, like, they don't have opportunity, and that's why they kill themselves. They see that there's really, really no hope. And most of the people that go through depression, they have that type of mentality, but there is hope in a lot of these things, right? If somebody in a very poor, because here's why I have this mentality. I come from a very, very poor country that had no opportunities, that had nothing. Literally, we cheated death. My mom was just telling me a story about how, and this is probably one of the craziest stories. I didn't know about it. So sometimes I'll have conversations with my mom, and she'll, talk about when we were going through the war. My dad was out because he was a police officer at the time. He was out of the city that was getting attacked at that moment. My dad didn't know the city was getting attacked at that moment. This is the city that we lived in. He didn't know we were getting attacked at that moment. He was out there doing his police work, helping other people. Come to find out, the city that we're at was getting attacked. So eventually he came back, and then we got up out of there. Our dad saved, our lives because he had, being a police officer, he had intel on things that the average person unfortunately didn't have. Like, hey, okay, these people are coming here to kill us. Hey, we have to get the hell up out of here. Some people unfortunately didn't know, or just timing on things was bad. And that's the thing with war. You have no idea. You're just, it's luck of the draw if you make it out alive. Basically, the day before my dad came back, my mom didn't have, obviously, proper intel. We were staying at our house, and this lady came, which was our neighbor, and she said, hey, get out of here because they're going to start shooting this place up. And they came to our house, specific area. This neighbor that we had was a little bit further away, probably like a block or two away, right? We ended up going to her house, thinking they were going to be safe. Ultimately, they sprayed all the houses. But how they did it was they sprayed like the middle of it, just so it can get collapsed. They never sprayed down on the ground. So anybody that was laying down on the ground didn't die, got lucky. And we were all laying down on the ground. The whole house was sprayed up just like that. They could have easily came into the house and just shot us all and killed us all. And we would have been all gone. This diverse mentality never existed. I would have never existed, nothing, right? So I have this history. My parents had this PTSD from this stuff. My parents have dealt with a lot of stuff. Me, thankfully, at the time, I was fairly young, so I don't really remember a lot of it. But when I hear stories like this, it's insane. So I come from a country that's very, very poor, no opportunities, and yet people don't kill themselves. Yet people still find a reason to live. So when you come from areas like America, because this is how I view it, I compare differences here. When you come from areas like America, where, yeah, not everything is perfect, but there are chances to change your life and change the way you're doing things. There are so many opportunities in life here. It is like, I am just thankful every day I'm alive because I'm appreciative of everything, all opportunities that I get. So let me kind of put this all into perspective. It confuses me when I see some people kill themselves when they still have opportunity. Like he could have easily, not easily, but I know it's a process. He could have, hey, I spent 10 years helping this guy. Let me cut this off. Let me see if I can do something with this DJ thing. Maybe I can use Webbie's name, show photos that I took of Webbie, and maybe use that as a way in Atlanta to try to do something with it. Something. Killing yourself to me is the easy way out. I have very little sympathy for those people. It just depends on the situation, because there has been moments where I've been sympathetic. There's certain people that kill themselves. But 90% of the time, just like, man, you're a loser. You couldn't deal with some pressure in your life, so you killed yourself. It's like one of those, it was a rich guy, a stockbroker guy, and he lost all his stocks. Like, he just went negative. He owed like millions of dollars and just jumped out of like a fucking, I don't even know, big ass, one of those big ass towers. I don't know if it was in New York. I don't know where. Just jumped out and killed himself. It's like, why would you do that? You got family, you got kids, all because you lost some money, man. It is what it is. Life, you lose money, millions, whatever. Yeah, it must have sucked at the time, but that's not the only moment in your life. The world doesn't end there. The world doesn't stop at that moment. There's so much more things in life you could, and especially if you got a wife and kids, that's the most sucker shit ever. Like, you're leaving your kids to fend off by themselves in this world because you couldn't handle a situation in your life. So that's how I view this overall. Webbie's if all this stuff is true about Webbie, he's a piece of shit for not paying people properly. Backwards ass mentality. And here's the thing too. What did he say here? Being around him is like having to take care of my kids. We had to remind him every day to take his medicine or don't do some stupid shit. That's, unfortunately, a lot of artists are like that. They just don't give a fuck. And then I'll be on this podcast asking, why is this person committing another crime when they just got out of a situation? Unfortunately, a lot of them still have a little kid mentality and don't show up on time, doing things properly. And that's why people don't want to work with them. People don't want to do interviews with them. People don't want to associate with them, nothing. So that's another thing that you should get out of this. Word of mouth goes out. If you ain't proper about your business, people are going to slowly stop fucking with you. They're not going to tell you, but they'll stop picking up the phone call. They'll stop texting you. They'll slowly get out of your life. And you'll realize, damn, what did I do to deserve this? Well, you didn't show up on time. You didn't give people the proper money. You didn't give people the proper respect. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You didn't do this, didn't do that. And the next thing you know, you're out of this thing. And then you play victim. Oh, everybody's fake in this music industry. Everybody's this, everybody's that. Nobody wants to fuck with me. Nah, some of it's got to be you too. There's no way that nobody wants to rock with you like that. Yeah, man. Overall, crazy story. I didn't know what to make of it. I was in shock, but I wanted to go over it just because it's probably one of the craziest stories that I've ever read. Let's play the news clip of the actual police showing up. Let's see what this is about.
We start in Powder Springs, where police are investigating that deadly double shooting. News Edge reporter Eric Mock has the latest.
Powder Springs police tell us they got the call of shots fired here at this Forest Hill Road home at around noon Sunday. They're not identifying the victim and suspect in this murder-suicide yet, but neighbors here told us the couple did have children.
Honestly, it's a scary thing to know that this can occur right around the corner from your home that you're raising your kids in.
Haley Moss says it's scary knowing a murder-suicide happened just down the street from her.
Thursday, she was out here and on her phone, and you wave because everybody's so busy. Hey, but just to pull up today and see this is just devastating. Really devastating.
Fellow neighbor Randa Copeland says that was the last time she saw the neighbor who lived at this home on Forest Hill Road alive.
See, that's the sucker shit I'm talking about. You kill your girlfriend, wife, then you kill yourself, and you leave your kids with nothing. That's the part that really pissed me off. That's why it was hard for me to have any type of sympathy for this guy. Who does that type of shit? Doesn't matter how hard your life is going, any of that. So, anyways, I want to get off the topic. Let's get into something crazy. Not as crazy as this, but